Okay.
Did you eat before this?
I had like a protein bar.
I ate nothing. Protein bar?
Yeah.
What is that? Okay, what's up YouTube? It's me, Zamira. Welcome to my channel. Today I have my cousin Cori with me.
What's up?
From the title you see that we are gonna do a story time on the first time we've ever been cheated on. So this should be pretty interesting. I feel like yours is more juicier than mine, so I feel like I'm gonna go for it. Her situations be more juicier than mine. Like, she was a risky person just growing up. We had mad stories to tell, but she has more funny stuff that goes on in her life. And if I ever was around, that's the story that I have to tell too. But she's more of the crazy person, but
not anymore though.
No, not anymore. Like, she's changed completely. But my thing is, yo, should we tell that story? Probably stay here and tell that story. That story with me, you, and stay.
Oh, girl, no.
Okay, never mind. We probably won't ever do that. But yeah, so let's get right into this video. Okay, so mine's was freshman year of high school. This was like our first like real relationship that we're gonna talk about, that we thought was like, oh, forever type of thing. Yeah,
right.
You know?
Do you want to give him a name?
No. Oh, I thought you said the name.
No,
oh, nah.
A name. What do you want to call him?
I was thinking of Fred or something.
Fred.
Maybe we gonna call him Fred.
Okay. All right.
Fred. Me and Fred dated a little bit in like middle school, but you know, summertime, I wasn't seeing no boys over the summer or whatever. So things kind of rekindled back in high school when we got to freshman year or whatever. So freshman year, I was dating him. We were just dating for a little bit. No one honestly would have thought we were together. Honestly, there was like no PDA, like no type of affection or anything being shown. Like if anybody knew we were dating, it was like our friends, or they just so happened to see us in the hallway or something. And we both were on the cheerleading squad, so coach made it very clear, no boyfriends. Like, she stretched that rule. Like, you would have thought we were going to jail if she found out we had a boyfriend. Like, and then she had people at school watching us. She had the captains watching us at school, so we just didn't want to even make it be known. And I'm sure I told him that too. Yeah, I'm sure I told him that I couldn't have a boyfriend or whatever, because I can get in trouble. So
yo, this sounds so crazy.
So what was I gonna say? Like, she would have teachers watching us, she would have the security guards watching us, outside of the other cheerleaders that were older than us watching us.
But see, like, I kind of didn't have to go through that because I didn't go to their school. Yeah. So
she went to another school in the same town, but we all cheered for the same team. Bloomfield had one, you know, one cheerleading squad, so
I kind of lucked up a little bit on that one. Yeah. She kind of found out that I was dating somebody, but
I want to say my captain had a class with me. She had a class with me. It was like one of those elective classes where freshmen, seniors, everybody in between was in. So she had one of those classes with me, and one day the bell would ring. We had 4 minutes to get to class, then the last bell would ring. So I was in the class before the second bell rang, and I seen my captain standing at the door talking to her friend, and I thought overheard Fred's name, but I was like, nah, that could be another Fred, you know. I'm a freshman, I don't know everybody in the school. It could be another Fred here that I just don't know about. So I'm like, okay, not my Fred. So I'm like going about my business, like, okay, whatever. So she come back in the room and she was like, yo, that's so crazy. And mind you, me and her sit next to each other. So she became like my big sister, because, you know, we were always together, and in cheerleading practice, she was the captain and I was, you know, we were like newbies. So what did they used to call us? They used to call us something?
I don't know.
Oh.
I know what they call college freshmen, but
oh, okay. Yeah. Anyways, so she came back in the class and she was like, yo, that's so crazy, da 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 da.
Wait, did they call us rookies?
I think it was called rookies. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was it.
Anywho, so she came back in the class and she was like, yo, it's so crazy. Like, you know somebody in your I think he in your class. You know somebody in your class named Fred? And I'm like, yeah. So in my head, I'm thinking like, okay.
Yeah, because she didn't know.
I got a boyfriend. Yeah, like.
She didn't know.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm not supposed to have a boyfriend. And then I'm thinking, yo, what do you know about Fred? So, I'm like, yeah. She was like, yeah, like my friend was just telling me how he's trying to talk to her. And she was just like, he's a freshman and da-da-da-da. And that he might have a girlfriend, da-da-da-da. And I'm just like.
Right.
Okay.
Like, that's me.
I'm like, okay, hold on. Come over somewhere. Are you in here? So I'm like, okay. And she was like, yeah, like, you got a girlfriend? I was like, I'm his girlfriend. Real awkward. But I was like, I'm his girlfriend. And she was like, yo, are you serious? And I was like, yeah, like, I'm his girlfriend. And she was like, wow, well, you need to fix that. Like, you need to figure that out because he's trying to, you know, talk to other people and, you know, he's not really claiming you. So I'm like, all right, you know, cool. You know, don't really know how to handle this type of situation. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm like, all right. Boom. I'm sure I hit him up and was telling him about it. But of course, him being a guy, he's like, no, like, no, it's not even like that. Like, I wasn't talking to her like that. I wasn't trying to talk to her, you know,
right?
How guys are, how they would normally say. So I'm like, all right, you know, I don't know her from a can of paint, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm with you, so I'm like, all right. So next thing you know, he was on the football team, but he played for JV. No shade. He played for JV, but. So the cheerleaders didn't cheer for them, you know what I'm saying? So their game was what? The day before varsity game?
Something like that. It wasn't the same day though.
It wasn't the same day, but their game was before varsity, the day before. So varsity games was on Friday and JV games were on Thursday, I think. And their game was like probably an hour or two after school ended. It wasn't at night or anything. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go to his game, you know, be that supporting girlfriend or whatever. And so I went there by myself too, so I'm real supportive now. After his game, we had cheerleading practice at 6, so his game probably ended around like 5:30ish. So we had cheerleading practice at 6. So I talked to him for a little bit, and mind you, I didn't really see him outside of school. Like, my parents wasn't having that, you know what I'm saying? So when he got off the field, me and him, you know, we pieced it up a little bit, like we talked a little bit, da-da-da-da. And then I was like, you know what? I got practice at 6. The cheerleaders were starting to come in and everything. And I didn't bring my clothes. I didn't bring my cheerleading clothes at the school. So I'm like, you know what? I don't get to see him really. So look, I'm like telling my dad, I gotta go now. So I can bring back to school and piece it up with my boot. So, so I'm like, okay, it's 5:30. All right, 5 minutes to get home, 5 minutes to get dressed, 5 minutes to get back, 15 minutes to beat my boom. So I'm like, okay, cool. So my dad coming to get me, and I'm like, all right, Dad, I gotta go home. Like, come on, like I got practice. Trying to just put it on practice. Like I got practice.
Like rushing.
Like just rushing. And I finally got back. As soon as I get out the car, mind you, I'm thinking I look kind of cute too, because we had the orange little cute shorts on.
Little short.
With the white shirt, and my hair was in a ponytail because we couldn't wear our hair out. But I was like, you know what? But get out the car. Get out the car. 2 of my friends that was on the squad ran up to me and was like, yo, because they see me walking over, like about to go walk over to him because I got 15 minutes. So they see me about to walk over to him and they're like, no, come over here, like grab me. And I'm like, you know what? They're like, no, do not go over there. And I'm like, you know, I'm like distraught. I'm like, what? Like, heart pumping. They're like, he was all over her. Turn around, it's the same girl that was talking to my friend and talking to my captain in the class. And I was like, wow. They were like, he was all over her. They were all over each other ever since you left, da-da-da-da. Wow. And I was just like, what? And mind you, me and him made eye contact before like, you know, they came and like bum rushed me and made eye contact again when they were like pulling me away, like to go inside the building. So when we was looking at each other, we was like, like what? So they were just talking to me, telling me everything that was like being like done, like when I was gone and all this other stuff. And I was just like, wow. They were like, no, like you just better not, you know, just, you know, being friends, like you better not do this and you better not da-da-da-da, you need to get out of this type of stuff. And I'm just like, wow, like, you know, next thing you know, because we're inside now, next thing you know, I'm up against the wall, they're in front of me. He walks in and he's like, Zamir, come here. And I'm like, and they're like, you better not go over here. You don't listen to him, don't go. And he's like, Zamir, come here. And I'm like, no. I was like, no. Y'all felt so gangsta, eyebrows up. And he was like, and walked out. So now I have to go to practice, heartbroken, embarrassed, and being tortured by the captains and and coach and everything. And I don't think I cried at all. Cause mind you, we wasn't together long. Like we wasn't together long. It wasn't something like that was super deep that literally hurt my soul. Like we weren't together long at all. So I don't think I cried, but I definitely was embarrassed and sad. Like I was a freshman and the girl was a senior. So it was just like, really? So at this point, after practice, I get home. This is when Facebook was like big. Like Facebook was big. You know, I don't even think, Instagram wasn't.
No, I don't even think Instagram was out.
Instagram wasn't out. Nah, so this is when everybody was on Facebook. So I get on Facebook when I got home. I'm a very private person. First of all, if you don't know me, I'm very private. My business is not out there. If you think you know my business, you honestly don't. Because I'm not, like, social media never knows when I'm mad, sad, anything negative. Like, they just don't know. I never portray that, and I don't like when people know what's going on with me. So I get home. This big paragraph on my wall talking about you need to watch who you keep around you. You need to watch your friends, da-da-da-da-da. They're lying. You know, basically what they're saying isn't true. I swear, on my wall where everybody can see. I swear to God, on my grandmother's grave. At that point, I'm like, oh God, people really be lying. People really be lying on their grandmother's grave. So I'm like, wow, this is a lot. Like, I didn't respond to it. But
did you keep it up there?
I feel like I kept it up there too. But he was the type that always put stuff out there. Like,
yeah, he definitely was.
And that just right there also showed me he did not know me. Like, you did not know me. Like, you would know I would not like anything like that. Like, that public type of apology is not for me. Like, not in that type of form. Not at all. So, and then you coming from my friends. Right, honestly, he probably did text me, but I do not remember. That's what stuck out to me the most. Like, that wall post was too much for me. And I was like, wow, like, on your grandmother's grave, and he's just, you know, it was just too much. And I'm just like, you know what, I'm gonna leave it there. I'm not gonna like it. I'm not gonna comment it. It's just gonna stay there. And I want to say after that, I don't think we really spoke after that. I pretty much ended it. I probably just told him I couldn't do it. Like, I really do not remember. Like, I probably just told him I couldn't do it anymore. Like, I'm not doing it, you know. It's best to get out of it early. We weren't together long. This is what you're showing me in the first, few months that we're together. Not that we expect for guys to be super faithful when they're like, 15 years old? But it was still kind of like, okay, you know.
Right,
I'm on a different type of time. Right. I was just like, I'm on a different type of time. So we pretty much stopped talking, and him and I did not speak ever, like ever. Because I think soon after that, well, not soon, probably like a year later, I started dating somebody else. So he definitely didn't talk to me at all. But of course, in between, like, he would try to like get back at me, but I wasn't
around for it.
I was just I ain't want it anymore. Cool people though, no shade to him. He's really cool, but just wasn't for me. It wasn't meant. The little pro that came out of it was that everybody really didn't know we were together, so it wasn't like a huge embarrassment, but it was just embarrassing for whoever was there that day, and seeing that he literally was just with me, got on another girl when I was gone, and then came back and blatantly did it in front of my friends. Like, came back and he tried to justify it. But did he know that they knew? That we were together?
He probably didn't know that they knew about you, me and his girl.
Nah, he knew. We weren't that like low. Like I said in the beginning, like if anybody knew we were together, it was our friends, and that was pretty much it. If they happened to see us together. So
where was I?
That's what I was about to ask. Did you come yet? Because I feel like when you came for practice, you came like right when practice started, or like 5 minutes, 10 minutes prior.
Yeah,
because this was like early. This was like early. This was like right after their JV game.
Oh, I don't remember.
That was the first time, and ever since then I was like, people really can't be trusted. Like, people really can't be trusted, because they would really lie to you and tell you that they didn't do something. Lying on your grandmother's grave. She looking down at you. What's wrong with you?
People crazy, man. They still do it to this day.
Yeah, honestly, it don't even matter how old you are. Like, you can still get cheated on.
Right.
But that was my story, and I'm gonna let Cori tell hers, because I really want to hear this.
I got so many, but let's just start with the first. We'll just do the first person.
Wait, she said I got so many. Don't do yourself like that, girl. Don't do it.
I'm just kidding. So, alright. This probably will be a long story. Alright, so we'll talk about my first love. I thought I was in love from the jump. He was like the one for me. So,
and I love hard, but she loves hard. Like, you know, I'm more like dominant, like, you know, it takes me some time to get there, but she really loves hard. Like, she like you, she all in. Let me tell you.
Right. So there was two incidents where he done did something. Okay. So, mind you, he didn't do any sports or anything. No.
Wait, did he do basketball?
I don't think so. Did he? I don't think so. I don't think he was doing any sport. I think he did baseball.
I feel like he did do baseball.
I think he did do baseball. Cause I was doing softball, and I think I was seeing him like after school for practice.
Oh yeah, we were doing softball. I mean, listen, we was into the sports. We were athletes in high school. So
like we said earlier, I went to this magnet school, which we didn't have sports at our school, so I would play sports from my hometown, which is where, you know, we obviously play sports together. I gotta give him a name.
We gonna call him.
Let's call him Jack.
Okay, Jack.
Fred and Jack.
Fred and Jack.
Right. So, and we gonna call the girl
Susie.
Okay, Susie and Jack. Alright. Tracy is the one who was my friend, and we actually grew up together. So she kind of felt more loyal to me than to Susie. So I guess Susie went and told her like, oh, I kissed Jack or whatever. And so Tracy calls me like, you know, like she really had no, I mean, when she told me what it was, like straight up. Because that's just the type of person she was. She wasn't about to sugarcoat anything. She was just like, I just want to let you know, like, this is what she told me. And I'm like, okay. You know what I'm saying? So when I brought it to Jack's attention, I'm like, so how come Tracy telling me that Susie kissed you or whatever, and then you didn't tell me? Now, it's one thing to hear it from your mans to see what happened, but for you to hear from somebody else, like, that really questions, like, okay, what did it really mean?
And it also means that information is out there.
Right.
Because who knows, just them two know that.
Right.
She probably told other people too.
I'm pretty sure she did. And she was his age, so it kind of made me feel even, I don't know, it just made me feel even worse, because it's just like, wow, like, you know, we already have this gap in age. So he told me that basically she kissed him, and he pushed her off of him.
Probably like, Susie, right. Oh, Susie, yeah, that girl, she kissed me.
Right, that was his excuse. Like, she kissed him, and that he didn't want her to kiss him, and he just pushed her. He pushed her off of him when it happened, and was like, basically, I guess she was getting the wrong impression that he liked her or whatever. And I'm just like, okay, whatever. So I was mad about it, but I was like, all right, it's just a kiss, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, okay.
Which it should never be. Like, all right, it's just a kiss. You could go around kissing people.
Right. No, I made it clear that that was not okay. Obviously, he knew it wasn't okay. But the fact that he said that she kissed him and that he didn't kiss her, it kind of made me like, all right, this girl's just crazy.
So he basically made it seem like she came on to him and he's like, you know what?
Right.
You know, stop.
Right.
Girlfriend.
Right.
Can't do that.
And the thing is, people knew that we were dating at his school.
Yeah.
But she was the new girl, so
people
I don't know how much she knew. I didn't know how much she knew, but people already knew that we was dating. So I don't know. That was just crazy. And then she had the nerve to call me on some like, you're a freshman and blah 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 blah. Like basically telling me like she really want him, and I'm just like, yo, what's up with this girl?
Like maybe you the freshman.
Right? Like I don't know how she got my number. Like she called me.
Shorty asked him for your number.
No, I don't know how. Like we ended up talking on the phone, and I'm just like, I think I was so annoyed. And I'm the type of person, like I want to hear it from both sides. So I probably was open to her talking to me, just so I can see what happened. That was that. I ended up staying with him. I probably should never did it, but I ended up staying with him. A couple months later, I don't know how it happened, how we ended up breaking up. I really don't remember how we broke up, but it was during softball season, so that's probably around like the springtime.
Yeah.
And there was this other girl. No bad blood now. Like I don't really care now.
Nah, honestly, we don't got people.
Like yeah, no. But at the time, like she started acting a little funny towards me. And I remember during softball, remember how we used to do warm-ups, right? So we'll just like throw the ball to a partner or whatever and catch. Like we'll just do that for a bit. And it was just like one day before a game. We would do that before a game. One day, like I was paired up with this girl. And I kid you not, I swear like she was trying to hit me with the softball the way she was throwing it at me. And I'm just like, yo, what is going? Like she was throwing it mad hard and she had a good throw. But the way she was throwing it at me, like, it was something else big. Like, why are you throwing at me so hard?
It was some anger in there.
Right.
It was some anger in that ball. She filled it with.
The way she was throwing it at me. So, I didn't piece it together until after the fact. But we gonna name her... Give me another name. There's too many people in the story.
Leslie.
All right.
Yeah, you got way too many people. I'm calling Tracy. Hold on. We got Tracy, Susie, Frank.
No, Jack.
Oh, Jack.
All right, so Leslie, boom, call her Leslie. So that happened, and then I remember there was this other girl I was friends with who was also on the softball team. All right, so I used to go over Gina's house a lot when I was dating Jack because yes, I was friends with her, but she also lived around the corner from him. Like, so you know, I would be over there sometimes and he would try to see me. I remember he broke up with me. I don't remember how he broke up with me, but
he broke up with you?
Yeah, he broke up with me. And I don't know, I don't remember like how it happened, but it was just like, it's over or whatever. And I don't know if there was like events leading up to it or if it was just like a shock, like, oh, it's over. You know what I'm saying? So I went over to Dina's house and I was over there and I was just crying and stuff, and I was just like, you know what, he broke up with me. And I think it was maybe a week. It was a week after he broke up with me. I went over her house and I was just hanging out with her. She was like, I seen Leslie going down to his house last week. And I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, why is she at his house? You know what I'm saying? This is the girl from softball
that was throwing the ball, like,
right. So I'm like, why is she going to his house? So that was like a little iffy. You know what I'm saying? And then come to find out, they was dating within like a month after me and him broke up. And I was like, that's why, because you was seeing her while you was with me. And then I guess you just felt like you had to break up with me so you could be with her. And yeah.
That probably made you feel worse though, like, wow.
Right. It was my first love. I mean, I thought it was my first love. I mean, it was whatever.
Because it's like you were down for him.
Right.
He cheated.
Right.
Claimed he didn't cheat.
And then that's how it ended off. You know what I'm saying?
And then he broke up with you and it got into another relationship. That's
but
awful.
it was like they were talking while I was still with him. You know what I'm saying? So that was that. Ain't no hard feelings.
Yeah, we don't have like no beef from nobody, honestly. Honestly, I feel like we're both still cool with pretty much everybody in our story.
I mean, yeah, for the most part.
Yeah, I mean, I know that, I don't know, we don't stress over super stuff. Like, we don't hold grudges. At least I don't, for sure.
I don't.
Pretty much, moral of the story is, it don't matter how you look, how bomb your personality is, or just any positive characteristics that you may have. You, yes, you, my dear, can still get cheated on.
Seriously.
So, honestly, it don't matter. People, like we said before, like, you can get cheated on no matter what age you are. I honestly don't think I know anybody
who didn't.
Who's never been cheated on. I don't think, like, boys too, my guy friends, I don't think I know. Anyway, that's never been cheated on.
I don't know. And one more thing that I wanted to say, don't ever feel like it's your fault for why you got cheated on.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
People do that. They start to blame themselves.
People feel like it's them, like they should have did something else different. But listen, it has nothing to do with you. It's the person who did it, because they have a choice. It's a choice if they want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody's making them do it.
Nobody's forced into cheating.
And they know it's wrong, but they still do it anyway. But yeah, that's one thing I had to learn, because I did kind of blame myself, but then it's like, for what? I didn't do nothing. I was loyal. You know what I'm saying?
And it's like, when I hear my guy friends talking about how they girl cheated on them, I'm like, yo, sis, you messing it up. Not even sis, girl. You messing it up for sisters like us. Like, can you chill out?
For real.
Because females are more forgiving. Guys aren't. Like, they get cheated on once, they feel like every girl's gonna do that to them. So
exactly.
Come on now. Figure it out. Do something different.
Yo.
So anyways, guys, if you made it this far into this video, thank you so much for watching, and definitely let us know in the comments how you felt, if you can relate or anything like that. Like this video, and if you want to see more videos like this, or just, you know, more videos in the future, definitely subscribe to my channel. If you subscribe now, you'll be a supporter from the very beginning, a raw supporter, because this is super new. And if you can't just reach us in the comments, you can always go to our social medias on Instagram. My Instagram is @_ZChinks. That's _ZCHINXS. And hers is
@_Cori Alexis, CORIALEXIS.
But guys, thank you so much for watching.